TC Weather Lab. Here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, another day in the bag with a relatively quiet pattern, heat, humidity, a few isolated showers, but that's about it. More of the same next couple of days, but changes on the way as we head into the weekend. Rain chances on the way up late Saturday into Sunday, and then even more so early next week, and we'll show you that coming up in just a bit. First off, though, let's take a look at the water vapor imagery. The upper level pattern, ridge of high pressure, supplanting that low pressure that was in the eastern Gulf of Mexico last week, and that's been edging westward into the area, and we've seen relatively dry air in the region over the last several days. In fact, we go ahead and can put this in motion here. And again, we're just generally seeing pretty quiet conditions across the Gulf of Mexico, a little bit of a south breeze aloft. So this ridge of high pressure dominating. But notice the the precipitation off to the east in the southeast U.S. across Florida. That's eventually going to be moving westward over the next couple of days, and that should begin to spike our rain chances as we go into late Saturday, Sunday, 30-40% Saturday afternoon, early evening. That's when it comes, I think, later in the day Sunday, anytime during the day, 40, maybe 50%, and then next week even a little bit more interesting. Now, locally on the Doppler radars, not a whole lot going on. A few spotty showers here and there over on the other side of the Atchafalaya Basin, but a few showers showing up in St. Landry Parish, pretty much all around the Opelousas area. A couple of heavy downpours between Opelousas and the Washington area over toward Boscoville, and then back to the west toward Lawtell, and then to the south and west along Highway 357 here. So few spotty showers, and they won't last long, and hopefully the skies clear out and we have generally fair skies by 9:30 tonight, because we have a good view of the International Space Station coming in at 9:23 to 9:29, and the best thing to do is set your phone alarm or your watch alarm or whatever kind of alarm just to remind you right at 9:22. It'll be coming in from the west-southwest and screaming across the skies of Acadiana at 17,250 miles an hour. It appears behind the Earth's shadow and then disappears behind the Earth's shadow as we see it moving across the area. So good view, 6 minutes. That's a nice long view of it and should be the brightest star in the sky. Jupiter a close second. Also, I found this out today. I kind of did a little research checking out the water temperatures out in the Gulf of Mexico, and Barry leaving a little bit of a footprint out here, upwelling cooler water. So the blue is below normal water temperatures, yellow, orange above normal water temperatures. And if you just saw the loop, there was a nice footprint, and that is already beginning to shrink, but mainly because Barry's stirring up the water. That's good for the dead zone and getting more oxygen in the water as well. And then also rainfall coming out cools things off. But notice the major water areas coming out of the Mississippi, the Atchafalaya, and over by the Sabine actually is warmer water, because that water is inland and getting heated up and moving back into the Gulf. And this won't have any impact on future storms, just an impact the next day or two. Things will be getting back to normal more than likely as we head into the weekend. Weather-wise, should be quiet through tomorrow. A few spotty showers picking up tomorrow afternoon. We'll be in the 20% range, no higher than that for tomorrow. And much the same tomorrow night going into Friday, rain chances in the 20% range. So nothing big going on here. But as we look at the tropical moisture product coming from the European model, notice this area coming in from the east. That's that moisture over by Florida. That's going to gradually allow for better rain chances. Then it gets really interesting early next week as a nice looking frontal boundary drops down to the Gulf, but this means enhanced rain chances, and we always have to watch these frontal boundaries in the Gulf of Mexico. Maybe something, a little bit of a disturbance could develop off to the east of us. We'll have to wait and see. If we're lucky, drier air, cooler air comes in Wednesday for a couple of days. It's not going to be cool. It's just going to be more pleasant, and hopefully if anything were to develop, it would scoot off to the east-northeast, but that is just preliminary, something that we'll keep an eye on. No worries right now, just something that we will be watching. So still a nice quiet still evening across Acadiana tonight. Fair skies, nearly a full moon out there. 77 should be the low for tonight, 92 the high tomorrow. Few showers and storms possible. Your rain chance at about 20%. That heat index still up there in the very uncomfortable zone. So if you're still in recovery and cleanup, please stay hydrated. Into the weekend, as mentioned, a better chance of scattered showers and storms. 30-40% Saturday, 40-50% Sunday, and then I think the best chance of rain and storms thunderstorms Tuesday, and the numbers here are going to go up at some point and then maybe go down. Notice the readings for daytime highs and overnight lows. I think we have more 80s on the board there than 90s for a high, so that's something good. And we could even see temperatures closer to 70 for a low for the mid to latter part of next week. But anything beyond the 7 days in that 10-day forecast, always up for grabs and likely to change tomorrow and the day after
Always
that.
have to put that disclaimer out there.
Exactly.
Thanks, Rob.